Hello, everyone. All right, this is Lilly Sky Messages. So, this is my new setup. I haven't been feeling well, so I was like, I gotta get this video out. So, new moon in Taurus, it's in the 10th house. This is our career house. Question for you all: have you looked at your birth chart? Okay, a little housekeeping, as they say, before we get started, right? A little welcome. Have you looked at your birth chart? What's in your 10th house? And check that out to see what's there. You can work with that energy as well. The new moon, it's today, Sunday, April 27th, 2025. The high peak, 12:30. That's Pacific Standard Time. It's in the earth sign of Taurus. Taurus is ruled by Venus. Okay, and I'm only going to focus on the Mars aspect of Venus because Fortune is in Leo. Okay, and I'll get to that a little bit later on. 7 degrees, 46 minutes, okay? Have you checked your birth chart? Another thing that you can do is see where, and I'm going to open up another page again. You want to see where this moon is going to affect your personal chart. So definitely look at your transit chart calculator. And that really, if you just type in that, you'll be able to find it, okay? And that will show you where it's affecting you regarding your birth chart, but also the energy of this new moon itself, having the sun and the new moon in the 10th house of our careers, and that's great, okay? The 10th house, it covers our career, our status, like how we think of ourselves. It covers just our life purpose and our power. So that's going to be really important for us to connect to abundance, prosperity. You can do affirmations. You can do EFT tapping, which I teach. You can tap all over your body, right? So on my yoga page, Chi Life Center, you can see EFT tapping videos there. You can join my Patreon for videos on more on the new moon, the full moon. I just go on different topics that are esoteric, astrology, horoscope, just more deeper than what I can say on this page, right? And it's a great way to support my account. So it's free to join Patreon, but then when you find a creator like myself that you want to support monthly, you can do that, okay? So let's get to it. We have the MC here, okay? And we have a lot of energies that we can work with that I'm seeing on the chart here, and you can definitely tap into the 12th house, okay? And I want to cover this before I read everyone's chart. So you can connect with Mars. It's in a powerful spot. Okay, and affecting your career. And Taurus is known for the home, and it's known for possessions. So this new moon is absolutely powerful for that. Now, Pluto does sextile Neptune, and Neptune does trine Mars at the same time. So I really feel that that aspect is also powerful. So let me look at that. Also, well, I don't want to go into that. That will be a little bit too much. Okay. But these aspects, if you connect with them with your meditation, with your affirmation, with whatever mojo you're working, this can really help your focus in with planetary magic, if you will, planetary meditation. I had to pause it there because I couldn't see it when I clicked on there. But Neptune or Pluto sextiles Neptune, you can spend at least 50 minutes if you have that time manifesting with this aspect. This aspect is, you can use it to create peace in your life and also to connect with others. Okay? So if you're taking notes, you're going to see how it will work with this other aspect. So building peace, if you don't want to build peace with someone, you can build it within yourself or create that aura around you. And just to transform your life by your actions and kind of balance out your karma, if you will. Okay? So that's one way, that's one aspect of doing that. And that's going to be in the 6th house, okay? And that's going to be in the 6th house of your work, your daily life, how you serve yourself and others, your health, your service, your improvement, your work, okay? Virgo's house, I believe, okay? So you can connect with it that way. Another great aspect that I have here from my notes, and we're going to go into this one, is, let's look at Venus first. Venus trines Mars, okay? Now the trines are just, the trines and the sextiles are harmony kind of aspects, okay? So the sextile is gonna bring about energy change and creating new energy, if you will. And the trines will get you in like tuning into that comfort zone that you want, that energy, and where everything is flowing for you. And it might move slow, the trines, but it's going to be a constant forward action, okay? So we have Mars trines Neptune, Saturn, and Venus. So let's look at the Neptune trine, okay? This way you know what, and this is how I'm doing a new one here, because this will help. The Mars trines Neptune, and this aspect, you can manifest things for yourself, okay? And but it could be very much like a fantasy type of thing. So you want to make sure that you're being realistic with this one. Get yourself organized, more stability, more well, that one's the other one. But the Mars trine Neptune, you wanna, this is a harmonic one, right? So you want to manifest these things for yourself, and it'll be more like an artist or creativity for yourself. You want to make sure that you are recognizing in yourself the need for more stability. You can know a lot of different things, but not implement it for yourself. So as creative as you can be, as idealistic as you can be, or very creative artist, make sure that you can research and know many things if you feel like this, applies to you, but make sure that you are being realistic about what you're doing, and you ground yourself in that one thing and have a connectivity to it, even though you're knowledgeable, like say about different cultures or different ways things work. All right, but that knowledge that you have can help you to be an artist and create, but it can also make you kind of very floaty and not attached to anything. So Mars trines Neptune, and Neptune is associated with I believe, like, Pisces, or like the 12th house. So as dreamy as you can be and intuitive, you want to ground yourself. Now, Mars trines Saturn. You want to use this one to give yourself energy. Remember, Saturn is the master of all knowledge, right? And just be mindful of the need to be consistent and to be your own boss and to organize your skills and be more stable and secure. When Saturn is in a powerful place in your chart, try not to be stubborn. Don't take risks, especially if it's in your 10th house, your career. If it's in somewhere in your chart that represents home or your health, you don't want to take risks. You want to be very practical and make sure things is set up for you, okay? Especially if it's in your career, because your career is going to affect all stability, right, in the world we live in. And with Saturn trining Mars, you can deal with any kind of challenges or obstacles. So this could be an aspect that you focus on for at least 40 minutes. The Mars trine Neptune, like a 10-minute meditation or practice building up that energy will be good. All right. And Venus, Mars trines Venus. All right. So let me see. This aspect is going to be for like about 40 minutes as well. And it's a very kind energy because it's Venus, right? And it's very considerate, but you can bring this to yourself as well and to others. And you can use this in creating good friendships, cultivating many friends in your life if you feel like this is what you need. And when you have time to yourself, it's going to be meaningful. You know, it's not going to be draining to your energy at all. It could be very creative. And it's a very relaxed environment. There could be a lot of things going on that's fun, but it's still a relaxed environment. So those aspects you can tap into. Okay? A little bit rough around the edges there, but we got it. We got it. We have another powerful aspects, and I'll make another separate video on this, on these things, but it's really interesting. So Mars in Aries, it's going to bring this very communicative, finance, personal, money, power, the way that you express yourself personally. So you want to make sure that whenever Mercury is in your sign, you want to make sure that you're communicating very clear, okay, in the 9th house, especially if you're going to travel in the future. And this is for Aries or anyone with Aries placement. You want to make sure that you're clear in your communication, especially if you have to travel, if anything with your education. You want to not be passive or prideful. You want to make sure you communicate clearly. Okay, so those are the only things I wanted to mention in those aspects. Okay, now, all right, let's do all the readings for everyone. Let me pull up the chart. So let's start with Taurus. Taurus, the sun, the moon is in the MC. So you're on stage. So everything you say and do is going to be very popular. Everyone's going to know about it. It's in the 10th house. So, and you have Uranus there. Okay. So that's going to, and it's also squaring Mars, or semi-squaring Mercury rather, okay, in Aries. So for Taurus, this is going to be just something powerful for you to really look about any new changes that happens in your life. And the same thing too, you could say for Aries as well. But for Taurus, a lot of like anything financial changes. It might not personally affect you, but someone close to you that you care about. And then maybe there's some shifts in the way you want to express yourself. You know, maybe there's some changes there that you want to implement for yourself. All right. But using this moon for any kind of finances, just like anyone else, this is a powerful energy for you to connect with. Let's go to Gemini. Gemini, you having a lot of 11th house experiences for this new moon. So friendships, groups, your goals that you may have, the things that you aspire to do. So you can use that even for your 10th house. So for all signs, like if the 10th house is powerful in your chart, you can manifest with that. Okay. You have Jupiter there, so it should make things easier when you're communicating on a big platforms with friends, groups, communicating what you aspire to do, new goals. So set those intentions. And for Gemini, a lot of Geminis, if you're closer to Taurus sign, you have a lot of those aspects of Taurus. So you might be a May Gemini that's more grounded than, say, a June Gemini. Okay, so I'll get into that. I'll get into that in my TikTok videos that you see me post on here, especially those videos that are filmed vertically. Okay, So you can really benefit from connecting to a Taurus new moon if you feel like you're more of a Gemini that's really grounded and more like of a homebody. Okay, and you have Jupiter there. Jupiter makes things easy to manifest, where Saturn is like, hey, you're gonna go through all this training, but you're gonna come out very knowledgeable. Where Jupiter, they'll train you on the job, you'll have some information, and you'll work and grow, and both is good. Okay, you know that Jupiter, you have to have someone by you to lead you or to answer questions, right? And you're flowing, and you're just prosperous. Okay, Cancer, you both have a mix of the 11th and 12th house. 12th house is you getting more spiritual, you maybe recognizing how you slow yourself down or sabotage yourself, clear that up. Maybe time to yourself, maybe even growing in your job. Okay, so there might be some kind of growth towards what you want in your life. Okay, manifest that on this new moon. Leo, this is what I wanted to touch on, and I was saying about Leo. Leo, from my notes here, the fortune energy, the luck energy, the money energy is in Leo. So that is going to be 13 degrees 53 minutes, right, in the 12th house. So make sure that you're not like self-sabotaging yourself. You click into this energy, Leo, and all high Leo placements in your chart. Be realistic in your manifestation, your affirmations, or whatever mojo that you're going to work on this new moon. Be very realistic. Take small steps, realistic steps, not like a big whole fantasy, right? Because you can do that. For some people, it works if your chart lines up that way. Very lucky. But make realistic steps towards that one goal. Maybe there's 10 steps you need to do. Maybe there's 5, and work it, you know? So that's for Leo in the first house of Aries. So we're just coming off that Aries energy. So, you know, why not? You know, so happy, you know, it's really good for you to manifest that. And even if you're not a Leo, you can tap into this, and you have Mars there to defend that energy. So I really like that for everyone. Okay, Virgo, you are Virgo, let's see. Virgo, you're in like the second house of Taurus. So you can really use this energy to manifest your finances, clean it up, organize it. I feel like for you guys, it's organizing your career too, as well as your home, your love life. It could be the things you possess. You might do donations, you might be receiving things, so you might be adding on new skills. You're just really tapping into your resources and making things better for you. Libra, you're in the third house of Gemini, so there's no signs there, so it's really taking into consideration the third house, your mind, your mental state right now. What are the activities you're doing? Are they helping you? Are they a benefit to your life? What are you learning? Are you learning any new skills that will benefit you? How's your relationship with your siblings? What does that have to do with your personality now and the way you think? How are you communicating? Are you not communicating? What do you think? Are you thinking at a lower level than you should? Right? Are you understanding the basic fundamentals of whatever the situation is that will bring enlightenment to you? What's your immediate environment like? You know, are you happy with your life right now and what you're doing? So it's really looking at those fundamentals. And Gemini being in that third house is communication. You know, how good are you at communicating? All right, now Scorpio, you have the Lilith energy. So really respecting, standing up for yourself, knowing, calculating, knowing when to do things, when not to, really putting yourself first, loving yourself, really looking at things from a mathematical standpoint. Does it add up? You know, what's the best way to approach a particular situation? You might want to keep things very private that you're in the IC. So you might want to do that as well. You might want to find that things add up, things balance out. Okay. Also looking at your body, your mind, your environment. Okay. Really connecting to that. a little bit of the third and fourth house. Fourth house is your family, your parents, making yourself secure, nurturing to yourself. Sagittarius, fifth house, okay? Maybe more romance, lack of it, or adding to it. Children, making sure if you have children, or you might have a childlike personality and enjoying your day, enjoying your life, your creativity, your personal creativity, and even your personal goals. So make sure things are matching up and matching up with your compassion and compassion for yourself as well. I'm going to mute my phone. Okay. Now, let's see what else. All right, now let's see. Capricorn. Capricorn, this new moon will, and I'm sorry I'm going slower than I normally go, but I'm trying to feel better. Sixth house, your health, Capricorn. Your work environment. How do you serve others? How do you serve yourself? What's your daily life like? What changes can you make to make yourself better? To make things better for you. It's your self-improvement, okay? Really important, all right? Aquarius, this is, you can tap into Pluto energy and anything that affects Pluto's aspects, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, and apply it to your health, and healing yourself and your work environment and how you serve others too, and even a little bit of the seventh house, your partnerships with people that's close to you, whether married, kids, family. And that's going to be really important. Pisces. Pisces, you have the north node where Virgo has the south node now, and you have a little bit of Saturn energy there. So really be the boss of yourself. Look at where your north node is even in your birth chart. But having that north node there, you can tap into that and do some energy work and some prosperity work regarding the house that the north node is in your birth chart, and also connecting to meanings of the north node in Pisces. Okay, so let me take a look at that to see north node in Pisces. Okay, so even if it's not in your birth chart, it's spiritual growth, compassion, intuition, all of that creative expression. So it's all going to be that same energy, and having trust and faith in yourself on things unfolding in your life, right? Which is totally there. And just embrace compassion for yourself, others, your creativity, and just connect more with your intuition, with the north node being in your sign. So don't do anything that you feel forced or you feel like it's taking a risk. Okay? Now, Aries, you have so many signs are in for you. You have Chiron, which is really take advice, and receive healing. Make sure you're taking care of your health this year. Take your time slow. Consult your physician. Any kind of changes that will affect you, don't overdo it, especially for this year when you have Chiron in your sign. Neptune is in your sign as well. Mercury is in your sign as well. Okay, so just be mindful of your mind and the way you communicate. Very important, especially people that love and care about you. And if you're traveling, like I said, make sure that you're clear about things and you plan ahead. Okay, that's going to be really important. And maybe if you want a higher job or a higher paying job, make sure that you're communicating in a good way. Maybe there's books you can read on how to communicate with people at work, things like that. So just make sure that you look out for that, okay? So that's it. That's the reading. I hope I didn't miss anything, but I will be posting in my community page. I'm going to click over to that. On my community page, I'll post a little bit more. So please check out my community page on here, and I'll share the link in this video's comment. All right, and leave some nice comments if you want to. I know a lot of people here, they just watch and they don't say anything. So I don't have anyone that really communicates on here or click like. If you click like, that really helps the channel. So Thank you guys for watching. Have a happy new moon, and check me out on my other platforms. Sometimes I'll make videos there that I won't post here. So just find me on each platform, and for more information, just read what I have in this video's comment area. All right, peace.